Hey guys, it's MJ, and one of you guys have asked, what's the difference between all these various actuarial societies? Because you get societies, you get institutes, you get faculties. It's all terribly confusing. So I'm not surprised this question has popped up. Essentially, why it is confusing is because there has been a lot of chopping and changing. Originally in the UK, you had the Institute of Actuaries, which was for the countries like England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And then you had the Faculty of Actuaries, which was for Scotland. Now, recently they've joined up to create the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries, and this is kind of like the main actuarial club. However, each country has kind of gone forth and created its own society. So here in South Africa, we have the Actuarial Society of South Africa. India has the Institute of Actuaries in India. America's a little bit different. They have the Society of Actuaries, which deals with all the actuarial stuff except for property and casualty insurance, which is handled separately by the Casualty Actuarial Society. And then there's also an umbrella organization in America called AAA, or the American Actuarial Association. And that's kind of, you can join that if you part of the British one, so the Institute and Faculties, you can become a member of that one. If you're from Australia, you can also get into that one, Mexico as well. Quite a lot of them, although the South Africans aren't on that list. So I'm a little bit unhappy about that, because South African actuaries, as everybody knows, are the smartest and the best and the greatest. So yeah, don't know why they're not letting us into that club. But that leads me to the next thing is, if you get, like, let's say I become an actuary here in South Africa, I can go to England, and in England the actuarial societies there will recognize my qualification here. In America, not so much. And this is where it gets quite interesting, which countries are recognizing which other countries, and it is something that's constantly changing. And that's why it's quite difficult when people say, how do you become an actuary? Well, it very much depends, what country you're in. Each society will have its own set of exams. These exams will have like a different terminology, different names given to it. So it is quite tricky. Here in South Africa, we used to follow the British exams a lot, but recently we've been going on and doing our very own exams. Although I do see that a lot of these societies do have a lot of exams in common, like statistics, financial economics, and so forth like that. But essentially, at the end of the day, there is a big, global society called the International Actuarial Association, the IAA, and all these various countries make up members of those. And I guess in a perfect world, each country would recognize each other's actuarial qualification. The exams would be standardized in terms of how difficult they are, and we could be one big happy family. But this is an important thing to realize, that if you want to become an actuary and you are in a country that is not England, America, or Australia, you do want to first check that your country does have the proper alliances with these major countries, just in case you ever want to travel. I think that's where most of the jobs are and all that type of stuff. And it's always nice to have a degree or a qualification that is internationally recognized. So bear that in mind when it comes to signing up. I know for a lot of us here in Africa, the Actuarial Society of South Africa does allow membership from the various different countries, so feel free to sign up with us. I actually know a lot of South Africans who sign up for the Institute and Faculty, because I think they believe that those exams are a little bit easier. Because like I said, South Africa, they make it tough, so they want to keep the standard of us being the greatest. Sorry, I'm being biased as always, but I hope I've answered the question. And like I said, if you have any other questions around actuarial science, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer it. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.